Hey, what you say, food family? Mike here, and today we're going to do something a little different. Instead of cooking an entire recipe, we're actually going to make a special ingredient, a compound butter. But not just any compound butter, Vampire Assassin roasted garlic butter. Yes, that's right. We're going to roast enough garlic to not only prevent the next vampire apocalypse, but keep any that are around at least 2 time zones away. So grab your wooden stakes and those crosses and stick around as I show you how it's done. Let's get cooking. Alright, the first thing we got to do to make this Vampire Assassin roasted garlic butter is, of course, to roast the garlic. Start off by preheating your oven to 400 degrees. Other than that, we're going to grab 2 cups of garlic cloves. That's 12 ounces. We're going big time with this stuff. Pull your butter out of the fridge to start softening up for later. We've got about an hour of roasting time, so that'll give this time to get soft. We got a little bit of olive oil, some kosher salt, and of course some more butter to add to it as well. So I'll get these things started up and we'll get everything mixed together and get it in the oven to roast. I'm going to start by giving this garlic a good coating of olive oil. That will help it roast up nicely. And we'll top it off with some kosher salt. There's no real specific measurements here, just get it on there. Now what I like to do is mix that up a little, make sure everything's good and coated. Got that set up. Do one final squirt of oil. And I'm going to take this regular butter I have here, spread it out. It's not real important to get it perfect, just get it on there. Alright, got everything together here. Oven is preheated to 400. We're going to toss this in for about 20-25 minutes and come back and check on it. Alright, it's been a little over 20 minutes. We're just going to stir this up and make sure everything rotated around. And pop it back in for another 20-25 minutes. Alright, welcome back. Our garlic is roasted about 45 total minutes. I let it cool down a bit so I can handle it just to make life easier. Next step, we're going to blend this up and get it added to our softened butter. So you can use a food processor or your blender, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and just use my blender cup, make life a little easier. Get this stuff poured into here. We want the juices, all that melted butter and stuff too. So it's alright for it to all go in the pot. Hopefully without making a huge mess. Alright, so I got everything in here. I'm going to screw the lid on, give it a good few pulses to, I don't want to completely puree it, but, chop it up pretty good so it mixes with the butter. And I'll be right back. Alright, got our roasted garlic pureed here. It's going to be kind of hard to see right now, but it's kind of like a thick, chunky paste. And then we got our stand mixer out because I'm lazy and I don't want to use my hands and arm strength. And it's going to be kind of hard to see, so I have to take a different camera and see if I can get a zoomed in close-up view. But what I've done is I put my pound of butter in here that's been softened. It's been sitting out while I roasted the garlic. And we're going to add the roasted garlic, mix it all together, and then go from there. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, here you see the butter on the bottom there. We'll add our garlic puree. There you get a little better view of it, like a thick paste. And all we're going to do is put our lid down and get to mixing. Alright, now that the roasted garlic's been combined with the butter, it's a complete mess because it's a little too soft to work with. So we're going to take the bowl off and just throw it in the fridge for 10-15 minutes. Slightly hardened, but still be malleable enough to form it into a log. So let me get this in the fridge and get right back to you. Alright, so I ended up putting our roasted garlic butter outside. It's below freezing for about half an hour just to get the dishes cleaned up and everything while it's hardened up. It's fairly hard now, still malleable, can manipulate it. We still want to be able to roll it up. So we're going to start by pulling out a piece of parchment paper. And if you've ever worked with parchment paper, you know that you're going to roll this out, slice it, and oh, it's actually not doing it. Normally it rolls right up. But like this. One cool trick I learned: take it, punch it up to a ball, pull it back out, and your parchment paper will lay flat. How about that? Alright, so what we're going to do is scoop out this butter. Leave it taste excellent. Now what I'm going to try to do is roll it up into a log without getting my hands completely filthy. Just take your time. And this is why you want it partially hardened up, because when it's soft, you're not going to get anything done. Alright, so you can see I kind of got it started. What I'm going to do is just wrap this up and roll it tight. Cup this under, just like you're making a burrito or sushi or whatever you're making. Fold the ends in. And final wrap. We got ourselves a butter burrito. Now we're going to put this in the fridge for several hours, actually fully hardened, or you can put it in the freezer for a couple if you're in a hurry. Okay, as you can see, our Vampire Assassin roasted garlic butter has set up overnight and become firm, so there's not much left to do but to unwrap this delicious package, open her up, and see how it turned out. Alright, as you saw from that close-up, the roasted garlic's permeated throughout all the butter. It smells absolutely amazing. You can't even begin to imagine how great it smells in here right now just from this butter alone. So you may be asking yourself, what exactly am I supposed to do with a pound of Vampire Assassin roasted garlic butter besides fend off the vampire apocalypse that's upon us? Well, I'll tell you what. Next time you grill a beautiful ribeye and if you're letting it rest for a few minutes, toss a slice of this on there and let it just begin to melt and permeate it across the top of that steak. Absolutely amazing. What else can you do? Well, options are endless. Saute up some veggies with this butter. Adds a ton of extra flavor. Puts another level in there that people won't even begin to expect. And one of my absolute favorite things to do, take your cheap ramen you buy, 25-cent pack from the store, cook it in the microwave, stove, wherever you want to do it. Add a little bit of this butter, totally takes it to the next level. Alright, that pretty much wraps up this Vampire Assassin roasted garlic butter video. If you like what you saw, be sure to like and subscribe. You can click the link in the description below for the recipe if you don't want to watch this video again. And other than that, you can wrap this up with some saran wrap, keep it in the fridge, it'll last weeks if you don't eat it before that. So, like always, get in the kitchen, make something delicious, keep the people around you happy. Mike here, signing off, just keep cooking.